Next fixtures, TBC, Marine, home, 7:45 p.m. Wednesday the 25th of April 2018, CREWE, home, Sunday the 29th of April 2018, HESWALL, away, WED. The 25th of April 2018, Warrington Wolverines, away, football trials at Altrincham FC, the 5th of May 2018. Details here. ALTY headlines the 24th of April 2018, match off, more the 24th of April 2018, get your champions shirts. More the 24th of April 2018, admission prices next season, your opinion please. More the 24th of April 2018, get your Robins review tonight. More the 24th of April 2018, management duo speak after Grantham game. More the 24th of April 2018, Evo Stick NPL Championship presentation. More the 24th of April 2018, Jackie Forster RIP. More the 24th of April 2018, ladies report. More the 24th of April 2018, VOLUNTERS needed for beer festival. More other headlines the 24th of April 2018, join the patrons and help the club. More the 24th of April 2018, reserves at the JDS. More the 24th of April 2018, midweek fixtures. More the 24th of April 2018, match off after incessant rain today. Tonight's match against Marine has been postponed. It is likely to be rescheduled for tomorrow. Get your champions shirts. Ian Sr. of Skits writes that he has limited edition home replica shirts available as shown above. To celebrate winning the league, I have printed my remaining stock of current replica shirts as shown in images, thanks to support from club caterer Richie Bentley. Shirts will be available at tonight's game at £10 in child sizes and £12 in adults. Sizes available: child, 20 seconds, 22 24ths, 30 seconds, 32 34ths. Adult, LXL. Admission prices next season, your opinion please. Altrincham FC announces. So that we can engage with the supporter base, we are looking for their opinion on admission prices for next season. We have put together 5 options, as outlined below. Please respond with your choice by email or by notifying your choice to the club office. Get your Robins review tonight. Press and Media Officer John Edwards writes, as with most rearranged fixtures, tonight's Robins review contains some material from when the game was originally due to be played, in this case Easter Monday. However, there is still good reason for considering it an unmissable title souvenir issue. Skipper Jake Molt is pictured on the front cover with a flag bearing the slogan Champions, while in his column inside, he describes what the title means to him personally. Does it rank above the dramatic playoff final win over Guiseley 4 years ago? Jake gives his verdict and explains why. Also, Bill Watterson eulogizes over the season in his boardroom column, and all the key moments from Saturday's unforgettable game at Grantham are captured by club photographers Michael Ripley and Gavin Rathbone in the Match Action section, renamed for this evening only, Title Action. Get your Robins review inside the ground before kickoff. Altrincham v Marine, live coverage. You can follow this fixture via this website's minute-by-minute text updates by clicking on the icon below. Alternatively, Radio Robins coverage of the game is outlined below as well. Brian Flynn announces that Radio Robins, sponsored by Ashley Mowers Garden Machinery, is providing full live commentary of Tuesday night's game. The match commentary sponsor is Kids Disco Parties, whose website is here. The commentators are Alex Sarwer and Brian Flynn, and the match summarizer is Johnny Crowther. Coverage starts at 7:25 p.m. Guidance for listening to Radio Robins. There will be 4 ways to listen to Radio Robins via MixLR, the Radio Robins website. Open the page in any web browser and the broadcast should start automatically. Please note that the 4-player options, Windows Player, Real Player, QuickTime, Winamp, will not work now. B. Download and install the MixLR app on Android devices from the Google Play Store. Start the app and search for Radio Robins. C. Download and install the MixLR app on Apple devices from the Apple Store. Start the app and search for Radio Robins. D. There is a temporary Wix website here. Management duo speak after Grantham game. John Edwards, Press. The conversation can be heard here. And John has also submitted the following article for inclusion in this week's Sale and Altrincham Messenger. Phil Parkinson hailed Altrincham's promotion from the Evo Stick Northern Premier League as a triumph for Unity after they clinched the title with 2 games to spare at Grantham on Saturday. A scintillating second-half performance capped by goals from on-loan midfielder Chris Murray, right, and winger John Johnston confirmed ALTY as champions in the grand manner as they cruised to a 2-0 win over one of their main promotion rivals. After celebrating with nearly 400 ALTY fans who made the journey and provided non-stop local support, jubilant boss Parkinson, whose side will be presented with the trophy at Saturday's home game against Hensford, said, "The players have backed Neil Sorville and myself, as has everyone, the supporters, the board, everyone associated with the club, and this is what you get when everyone pulls together and is going for the same aim. It's an unbelievable feeling to be able to call ourselves champions, so special. When we took over 12 months ago, we made a promise we would try to bring to this club attractive football but winning football, and we have done that. It's worth remembering there were 2 successive relegations prior to this and, historically, clubs dropping into the Northern Premier League have kept going in the same direction. Really did face a mammoth task trying to go straight back up, and no one should underestimate the fantastic effort put in by everyone associated with the club to make it happen. I'm so proud of that. Our fans were unbelievable. The hairs on the back of my neck were standing up all game, and I'm just delighted we have given them, and the town, something to be proud of. The Duel of Cheshire is back." Reflecting on the performance that secured the title, assistant boss Sorville said, "We wanted to win it on our own terms, rather than relying on others slipping up, and it makes it all the better that we've done that. Some of our football in the second half was a delight to watch, and their management team said at the end we had taught them a lesson. That was great to hear." Evo Stick NPL Championship presentation. Altrincham FC will be presented with the Evo Stick NPL Championship trophy after Saturday's home game with Hensford Town. This is the second time Altrincham have won the Northern Premier League, the first occasion being in 1999 when it meant that the club returned to the national level of conference football. On that occasion it prompted an open-top bus tour of the town centre as seen below. And guess who got a front row spot on the bus, next to manager Bernard Taylor? None other than the late Kenny Palin. Join the patrons and help the club. Altrincham FC Patrons Scheme has been relaunched ahead of the 2018-19 campaign in the National League North after the team gained immediate promotion back into the division. "We made a big commitment to Phil Parkinson and Neil Sorville in the 2017-18 season to ensure we could provide them with a competitive playing budget, and they have duly produced the goods with automatic promotion. Our thoughts now immediately turn to next season as we continue to look forward. With Phil and Neil committed to the club with their recent new contracts, we are now striving to provide them with the best possible playing budget for the new season," said director Rob Esteva. Subsequently, all monies raised via the Patrons Scheme will go directly on the squad to boost the playing budget for Phil and Neil. "We already have the forecasts for next season and the playing budget mapped out thanks to Mike Adams' diligent planning, but now promotion has been confirmed. We want to top that figure up and give Parky and Sorvs the best possible chance to succeed in the National League North," he added. At the last board meeting, we agreed that any funds raised via the Patrons Club would go directly to boosting that figure allocated to the playing budget. "We've been working hard on retaining the management team and squad for next season as well as scouting potential new signings, and supporting the team via the Patrons Scheme will only enhance our chances further. We are looking for supporters to renew or join the Patrons Scheme for next season, which will be the 13th season that it has run. For the cost of £50, your name will appear throughout the coming season in the matchday program and on the soon-to-be-launched new website as a patron of Altrincham Football Club. At the start of the season, every member will be entered into a prize draw, with the winner being match sponsor for an appointed game along with 9 guests. Second prize will be hospitality for 5 people and third prize hospitality for 3 people in the Manchester Glass Sponsors Lounge. If you are interested in becoming a patron for next season, please forward a check, payable to Altrincham Football Club, for £50. Alternatively, you can pay by card by phoning the office 0161 928 1045. If you require any further information, please do not hesitate to inquire by email. Ladies, draw. Keith Edelston, manager of Altrincham FC Ladies, reports on his side's 1-1 draw with Stockport County Blues last Sunday. Full-time at Mersey Valley saw the ladies pick up a valuable point in their clash with Stockport County Blues. In a quite hectic game where quality was at a premium, a fantastic headed goal by Hannah Shufflebotham from a pinpoint Laura Dodd's corner opened the scoring for the Lady Robins, but a similar goal by the Blues in the second half tied the game up and it ended 1-1. It just wasn't to be, as our quality and cohesion let us down a tad, but, on the plus point, we have played better and lost. Pictured below is number 21 Hannah Shufflebotham rising to plant a firm header beyond the diving Blues keeper to open the scoring. Reserves at the JDS. The Cheshire County League confirms that 2 of Altrincham FC reserves home fixtures have been switched from Egerton Sports Club to the J. Davidson Stadium at Moss Lane. The games in question are: Tuesday 1.5.18 versus Whaley Bridge, KO, 7:45 p.m. Fry 4.5.18 versus Greenall's Padgate St. Oswald's, KO, 7:45 p.m. Beer Festival volunteers needed. To make the beer festival a success, the club needs volunteers to work on the Real Ale Bar. Available time slots are: Friday 4 p.m. to 12 p.m., 3-hour shifts 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. to midnight, Saturday 12 noon to 12 midnight, 12 noon 3 p.m. or 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. to midnight, Sunday 12 noon to 6 p.m., 12 noon to 3 p.m. or 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. No experience necessary, on-the-job training provided. Midweek fixtures: Monday the 23rd of April 2018, Mickleover Sports 1-0 Stalybridge Celtic. Tuesday the 24th of April 2018, Altrincham PP Marine Barwell v Storebridge, Grantham Town v Warrington Town, Lancaster City v Buxton, Madlock Town v Ashton United, Nantwich Town v Shalane, Stalybridge Celtic PP Workington, Whitby Town v Rushall, Olympic Wooden Albion v Farsley Celtic, Staffordshire Senior Cup 17-18 Final, Stafford Rangers v Hensford Town, at Stoke City. Thursday the 26th of April 2018, Colville Town v Workington, Hensford Town v Rushall, Olympic Shalane v Barwell, Stalybridge Celtic v Wooden Albion, Storebridge v Stafford Rangers, Liverpool County FA Senior Cup 17-18 Final opponents, HEDNESFORD Town Altrincham. Complete the league season next Saturday when Hensford Town are the visitors to Altrincham. Hensford Town report on their game last Saturday when Town's last home league game of the season ended in defeat after Mickleover Sports eased to victory over the Pitmen. They would be ahead though when Pablo Mills sent in a looping header from a corner that deceived Town goalkeeper James Rennan found the back of the net. In the 25th minute, James Lowry saw a header saved in front of goal by Lewis King in the Mickleover goal. Although it was Hensford who started the second half on the front foot, it would be Sports that would double their lead in the 53rd minute. Some good football from the visitors saw William Norcross pick out Matthew Barnes' homer, who was able to slide the ball home from 6 yards out. In the 74th minute though, when Barnes' homer turned Mendez Jones before unselfishly squaring the ball to Norcross, who drilled a low effort into the goal. Hensford did reduce the arrears with 10 minutes to go when some good play saw Dwyer drive a low cross into the box, which Danny Glover was able to fire home into the top corner of the net. The Pitmen now turned their attentions towards the Staffordshire Senior Cup final on Tuesday evening when we play Stafford Rangers at Stoke City's Bet365 Stadium. Hensford Town: Wren, Thorley, Curley, Bailey, Mendez Jones, Ray, Glover 62, Dwyer, King, Butlin, Harris, Fitzpatrick 62, Laurie. Subs not used: Campion, Fitzgibbon, Vega. Evo Stick Premier News: according to NL Pitchero, Grantham Town have a chance to confirm their playoff place in the Evo Stick League Premier in their final home game of the season against Warrington Town on Tuesday night. Despite having the chance to confirm their place in the playoffs on Saturday, the Gingerbreads fell short, losing 2-0 at home to Altrincham, who became champions with the win. The result currently leaves Grantham third in the table, and 7 points clear of sixth-placed Shalane AFC, who have one game in hand on the Gingerbreads. This means Grantham need a win to confirm a playoff place. However, if Shalane drop points tomorrow night, then that will also be enough for Grantham to confirm a playoff place. Opponents Warrington were the first side to assure themselves a place in the playoffs after a 1-1 draw at home to Hallissow in Town on Saturday. The Yellows are unbeaten in their previous 5 games, winning 2 of them and drawing the other 3. Grantham boss Adam Stevens has said that his side want to get the job done for the fans on Tuesday, telling the club backquote Pitchera website, "Unfortunately for us, we came up against a very good side who showed why they deserved to be champions on Saturday. But Tuesday presents us with another opportunity to confirm our playoff place, and we want to get the job done as soon as possible. We also want to put on a good performance for the fans whose incredible support never fails to impress me, so to confirm the playoff place in front of them would be brilliant." There is sad news from Cumbria, where NL Daily reports that the ground of Workington AFC has been broken into and some cash stolen. Police are investigating after Borough Park was raided overnight on April 18 into April 19 inches. Potential opponents of ALTY next season are York City AMD. The National League reports that York City boss Martin Gray says the side have simply not been good enough in recent weeks. The Minstermen look set to miss out on the playoff places, with a week to go, after a run of losses followed by a draw against Leamington. It is so frustrating not to see the game out. We have had some real strong words down there, Gray told the club's website. There will be changes. There will be massive changes next week. I want people to judge this football club on the players I bring in. I won't put my name to them. Sick performances. You will have a bunch of tough, horrible people who will die for this club, work, and give every ounce to this club. I will pick a team that will go down there and not let me down. England C squad. NL Pitchero reports that the England C squad for the game against the Football Association of Ireland Amateur International 11 has been announced. The friendly will be played at Whitehall Stadium, Dublin on Sunday the 27th of May, kicking off at 2:15 p.m. Paul Fairclough has named the new-look squad with only Dagenham. There is also a first full squad selection for Jersey-based goalkeeper Ewan van der Vliet, who plays for St. Paul's. Goalkeepers, Tom McHale, Truro City, Ewan van der Vliet, St. Paul's. Defenders, Kane Smith, Boreham Wood, Luke Pennell, Dagenham. Above left, Jackie Forster with former ALTY player Nicky Cleeve. Above right, Jackie lifts the cup. Images courtesy of Pete Baker. Altrincham FC is deeply saddened to learn of the premature death of Jackie Forster, a long-standing supporter of the club and a national figure associated not only with organizations such as Supporters Direct and Women at the Game but also many other initiatives to improve the experience for women, the disabled and minorities in the football environment. The club's condolences go to her husband Pete Baker, who supported Jackie admirably, especially in the recent years of her terminal illness. Jackie was a vice president of Altrincham FC as well as its honorary head of diversity and inclusion. An excellent article about Jackie's work in encouraging female supporters' involvement in football appeared in The Guardian newspaper in 2017. Jackie's many achievements are all the more remarkable for her having to battle with terminal breast cancer for the last few years of her life, but she refused to let her personal situation overcome her indomitable spirit. Above, Jackie, back row, left, pictured with women at the game, colleagues at Altrincham FC at the ALTY v Gloucester City game in January 2017. Image courtesy of Michael Ripley. In the early years of this millennium, Jackie was heavily involved in the Altrincham FC supporters organizations, SAFE and its successor STAR, and in the setting up of the ALTY in Exile group for supporters of the club who lived away from Cheshire. In March 2003, she was instrumental in the establishment of the Star Supporters Trust for Altrincham fans, with the involvement of Supporters Direct Managing Director and Altrincham supporter, Brian Lomax. Her organizational expertise was such that even local MP Graham Brady was in attendance at the launch, alongside the legendary Jackie Swindles and more recent ALTY heroes. One of Jackie's most visible physical legacies to Altrincham is the disabled shelter at Moss Lane, which she was delighted to see doubled in size recently. In recent years, Jackie and her husband Pete have lived directly opposite the J. Davidson Stadium, and Jackie and Pete attended as many matches at home and away as her health permitted. It is particularly poignant that Jackie's death comes on the same weekend that Altrincham clinched the Evostic Northern Premier League title, as well as the players. In addition to the players, there are many people at Altrincham FC who played important parts in the club's promotion. Not least, the management duo. Above, ALTY manager Phil Parkinson and assistant Neil Sorville leave the pitch at Grantham on Saturday. Below, success on the pitch also owed much to hard work by backroom staff. Here, at Grantham, Gavin Rathbone pictures left to right, Mark Bushell, sports analyst, Chris Parks, coach, John Scalhorn and Steve Foster, kitman, Brian Murray and Tommy Uda, sports therapists, and, of course, the supporters also played a large part in helping the team win the championship after 2 years of disappointment. Eventful exit for ALTY youth. Above, ALTY lineup to defend a first-half free kick against Curzon Ashton. In an eventful match which involved 3 pitches, 3 red cards and 5 goals, Altrincham bowed out of the Neil Thomason Trophy at the semi-final stage, having taken a 2-0 lead in the first half. Match report here. In the other semi-final, Chester FC won 5-0 at HESWALL. ALTY Youth's next match is on Sunday, 29th, away to HESWALL in the Northwest Youth Alliance Open Cup. Grantham game match report here. ALTY TV goal highlights from the Grantham game on Saturday are here. Fuller highlights can be found here. Meanwhile, the Grantham Journal reports that Grantham Town were defeated by the league leaders at the Mears on Saturday, with the 3 points securing the Northern Premier League Premier Division title for Altrincham. With the loss, the Gingerbreads are still not guaranteed a place in the playoffs after rivals Shaw Lane managed a draw. Saturday's match saw an expected bumper crowd at the Mears, bathed in spring sunshine with the usual strong wind, in what felt like a cup final atmosphere. It was a well-balanced first 45 minutes and 0-0 was a fair score going into halftime. The visitors looked the fresher side after the break and Town were undone twice, with Grantham goalkeeper Preston still the hero as he made countless quality saves to spare his side's blushes. The game became an end-to-end encounter with successive counter-attacks as play swung to and fro. The first of many great saves by Preston saw him tip Josh Hancock's 34th-minute close-range strike around the post. The game continued apace after the break and Altrincham went in front after just 5 minutes. A minute previously Preston pulled off a miraculous save to block Jordan Holmes' close-range effort, followed by a couple more great stops but he was unable to prevent Chris Mary's left-footer from flying in the net in an intense spell of pressure from Altrincham. This put the large travelling contingent in good voice and the atmosphere went up a further notch, despite the disappointment of the home crowd. It was clear Altrincham had the upper hand and, despite Preston denying both impressive substitute Max Harrop and Helm from close range, the visitors doubled their lead in the 79th minute, with Johnston running through the Town defence and slotting in for 2-0. Preston continued to deny Altrincham any further goals with more impressive saves. Altrincham and their supporters celebrated the final whistle and their league title, but Grantham are still well and truly safe and with a chance of one of those playoff spots now. Next up is the visit of second-placed Warrington Town to the Mears on Tuesday night. Draw for ladies on Sunday. Altrincham FC ladies drew 1-1 at home to Stockport County Blues at Mersey Valley. Next Wednesday the ladies are away to Warrington Wolverines. Spurs stars at ALTY pictured, right, are Tottenham Hotspur legends, Ossie Ardiles, left, and Graham Roberts, who were the star guests at last Friday's event in the Community Sports Hall to commemorate Altrincham's encounters with the North London club in the FA Cup. ALTY met Spurs in 1978-79 drawing 1-1 away at White Hart Lane before losing the replay 3-0 at Main Road. And, in 1994-95, there was the same outcome at White Hart Lane, all 3 matches having taken place in the third round of the FA Cup. Next opponents, Marine on Tuesday. ALTY's last evening fixture of the season sees Marine as the visitors to the J. Davidson Stadium. This is a rearranged game, following the postponement of the fixture originally set for the 2nd of April. As we all know, it has been a season of rearranged games with 10 of Altrincham's original league fixtures, as issued last summer, not actually taking place, so far, on the originally designated day or against the originally allocated opponents. Whether postponements, cup involvements of one side or the other, and the leagues need to juggle fixtures to avoid backlogs, all contributed to this situation. Marine arrive at Altrincham on Tuesday night lying 19th in the 24-club division. Altrincham should be aware that the Crosby Club is better away from home, with 29 of its 52 points having been accrued on their travels despite having played 2 games fewer, so far, away from home. For the record, ALTY have also currently gathered more away points than at home, with 46 from their travels and 45 at home, but they have played 2 fewer matches at the J. Davidson Stadium than away at present. ALTY's Josh Amos went to Marine mid-season to regain match fitness but he is not eligible to play against us on Tuesday, although he could legitimately be named in the squad. In the reverse fixture, on Boxing Day, Altrincham won 3-0. Marine have an interview with manager Tommy Lawson following their defeat to Whitby Town. History repeated. Howard Watts's and Mike Garnett's Through the Years files remind us that Tuesday's date is not the first time on which Altrincham have celebrated a promotion to the Conference North on the 24th of April. In a tense game on the 24th of April 2004, ALTY needed to ensure their place in the newly created Conference North Division. They did so with a 1-0 win over Runcorn, secured by a first-minute goal from Barry Shuttleworth. This time, the 24th of April will be a less tense affair with promotion and the championship already secured. Old Foes NL Daily reports that the North Ferriby United's owner says he is looking into using the football club's ground as a traveller site to boost revenue. Jamie Waltham, who bought the club late last year, claims the move could generate £2,461 a week, with the ground cleared for match days. But a member of North Ferriby Parish Council, which owns the Grange Lane ground, says this could not happen under the terms of the lease. Mr. Waltham claims the club, which plays its final home game of the season on Saturday, needs new forms of revenue. He says, "We are currently in talks with council and government officials to satisfy their demand for new traveller sites within the East Riding. It's a real shame only around 1.5% of residents of Ferriby and Swanland support the great level of football on their doorstep and, as a result, the club is forced to look at new ways to bring in revenue." The ground at CREWE will accommodate 46 caravans at £53.50 a week. That's £2,461 a week, which could be a great amount of money to the club, with shower and changing facilities already on site as well as a clubhouse. Ferriby's ground is ideal and local travelling families are already scoping out the site, and when we have a game they can just pull off for a few hours and maybe park on the Duke of Cumberland car park. The 22nd of April 2018 champions Grantham Town 0-2 Altrincham above. ALTY celebrate after the final whistle. Image courtesy of Gavin Rathbone. Despite the injury absences of Deansmore, Poole, Jones, Harrison, DC and Pearce, a strong second-half performance from Altrincham secured the league title and promotion back to the Vanarama North. After a goalless first half played in a swirling wind, Altrincham dominated the second half. Loney midfielder Chris Mary put ALTY ahead with a measured shot in the 51st minute, and John Johnston beat keeper Preston in a one-on-one to double the lead, 79 minutes. But for Preston, the margin of victory would have been much greater for Altrincham. Match report here. Above, left. Chris Mary, watched by Tom Hannigan and Jake Moult, has proved an excellent loan signing by Phil Parkinson, and his goal set ALTY on the way to the title on Saturday. Was also able to celebrate his parent club, Wigan Athletics' promotion yesterday. Here he is seen by Gavin Rathbone's camera. Right, we see John Johnston and Max Harrop celebrating the second goal. Image courtesy of Mike Ripley. Barely a dull moment at ALTY. In the last 22 seasons, few supporters of any club can have witnessed as many ups and downs as Altrincham's fans have experienced. On no fewer than 14 occasions in those 22 campaigns, Altrincham have either won the league, reached promotion playoffs, or finished in the relegation places. And on many of those occasions, the club's status for the following season has been uncertain before, or, in 3 cases, after, the last game of the season. The club's current promotion represents the club's 9th change of league in 22 seasons, and that excludes the 3 other seasons when they finished in the relegation places but were reprieved, and a further season when they qualified for the end-of-season promotion playoffs but lost out in the process. The litany of ups and downs is summarized below. 1996-97, down Altrincham finished bottom of the Football Conference and were relegated to the Northern Premier League, then it's step 2 of the non-league pyramid as we know it today. 1998-99, up Altrincham won promotion from the Northern Premier League as champions, and so regained their national status. 1999-2000, down. Although this season only saw the club lose in the league 14 times, they were relegated back to the NPL, largely as a consequence of drawing a phenomenal 19 games. 2003-04, up, sort of in the 4th season at Step 2, Altrincham qualified in 12th place for the new Conference North, which was introduced above the NPL at Step 2. 2004-05, up. This campaign saw Altrincham finish 5th but win 3 successive away games in the playoffs to regain their conference status by beating Eastbourne Borough. 2005-06, reprieved Altrincham would have finished comfortably safe, 18th in the conference, but for an 18-point deduction imposed on the club in 2005 for playing James Robinson when his former club, Accrington Stanley, had not gained international clearance for him before he joined the Robins. Relegation was avoided at the league AGM by demotion of Scarborough for financial reasons, which affected recruitment for the following season. 2006-07, reprieved despite gaining 51 PTS. Altrincham dropped into the relegation places on the final day when they only drew with Aldershot Town. However, they retained their status because of the demotion of Boston United from League 2 to Conference North for financial reasons. 2007-08, reprieved for the 2nd successive year. Altrincham started their last game of the season safe, but a draw on the final day at Weymouth put them back into the bottom 4. For the 3rd year running they were reprieved, this time by the financial demise of Halifax Town. 2010-11, down. This season saw another bizarre last-day relegation, and this time there was no escape. After 2 lower mid-table finishes in 2009 and 2010, Altrincham met the already relegated Eastbourne Borough at Moss Lane on the last day of the season. ALTY fell 3-0 down before halftime, then recovered to 3-3 only to lose 4-3. A win would have kept them up. 2012-13, playoffs. ALTY reached the playoffs but failed to get through. 2013-14, up. ALTY won promotion back to Step 1 by the playoffs thanks to Greg Wilkinson's 120th minute goal against Guiseley. 2015-16, down. 2 seasons back at Step 1 ended